What's up guys, Skippy after Carcano here, and today we have a short little video on the 7.92 or 8mm Mauser converted Carcano, or more specifically, the clips that are actually used to feed the rifle. Now I had just recently watched the video from Ian on Forgotten Weapons in regards to a Folkstrom converted Carcano. Now this one, from what I can tell, is not a Folkstrom converted Carcano. To be honest, I don't actually remember the whole deal with this one. However, in that video, he made mention that the clips for the 735 or 6.5 would not actually work with a 7.92 cartridge. However, I was able to get it to work. In an older video I had where I was shooting it, I had plenty of people asking me exactly where I got these because you can't really, well, maybe you can buy them now. This was like a few years ago when I dropped that video shooting this thing. But when I was looking for them back then, I came up with nothing. And from what I could tell, it appears that, so the Folkstrom had these, various Arab countries had these. Clips were they pretty much don't exist. And in fact, the Folkstrom ones, you'll see, it's either all or most of them or some or whatever, and they will have like a wooden block to mainly fire single shot, which from my guess, because obviously I got this one to work, and I will again show you how I actually got that to happen. But from my guess, the reason that the clips don't really exist is because when it comes to things like charger clips, stripper clips, and all that, usually they are shipped with the ammunition. So if you're already having a problem getting 6.5 or 7.35 ammunition, you're probably going to have a problem getting clips. And one little thing with clips in general is they are not really meant to be reused. They are meant to be disposable. So, it kind of makes sense, at least in regards to the Germans, where, you don't really see clips for the 7.92 Carcano because they already converted the guns because of 8mm Mauser being more prevalent. If the ammo, you can't find 6.5 or 7.35 and all that, the clips eventually are going to run dry too, so making a single-shot rifle kind of makes sense. And then when it comes to the Arab countries, well, I couldn't give you a real good reason on why they wouldn't make the clips for these. Might have been the same reason, or maybe they just didn't really take using these as seriously. But anyways, with all that out of the way, let's talk about how I actually got this to work. So the way I got it to work is rather simple. Now, as mentioned, this is a 7.35 clip, and all I actually did to make it work was I opened up those little ridges that hold the rims in place using a Dremel. So you can see those little indents right there, and on the inside, I guess this is going to be real hard to see on camera. But, I mean, if you have a Carcano clip, you probably know what I'm talking about. But you can see the clean metal, that's where I dremeled it out to make it wider for the 7.92 base. And of course, I left the actual ridges, like, in between. I just left those alone. I mainly just opened up that one spot right there to allow for the cartridge to actually be fitted in. And you can see, obviously, these aren't pulling out except for the top and the bottom one. And to add to that, these actually feed quite reliably. I don't know that I actually have had an issue at all when I would go to shoot this thing, which is a very rare occurrence, but every time I've shot this thing, these clips fed without an issue. Now, of course, I do have to add this into the video because there's quite a few number of people that think that these are very unsafe guns to shoot. Me personally, I looked heavily into it, and I found no evidence that of any of these ever actually exploding. Now, that being said, I myself don't really shoot this that often. Actually, I think the last time I shot it was like a few years ago. But if you own one of these and you're a little bit scared on shooting it, I'll tell you, just don't shoot it. You never want to fire a gun you don't feel comfortable with. I mean, you're out there to have fun, and obviously if you're scared to pull the trigger each time, you're not really having fun. But me personally, I feel comfortable shooting this thing, even though I don't do it often. But I felt that was a little necessary tidbit of information in regards to shooting the 7.92 Carcano. But yeah, so that if you were ever looking for clips for these, all you need to do is pick up some 7.35 clips or 6.5 clips, and then hollow out that little ridge right on the inside, and you're good to go. So anyways, I think that is going to do it for this short little video on the clips for the 7.92 Carcano. I hope y'all enjoyed the video as much as I personally enjoyed making it, and I will see y'all next time.